دوستان عزیز، خوشحال هستیم که در این قسمت از برنامه خانم هنرمند نویسنده ای رو معرفی میکنیم به شما، خانم دورا لوی موسانن، که قبل از این گفتگو آغاز بشه با هم صحبتی داشتیم و ترجیحاً دوست داشتن که به زبان شیرین انگلیسی گفتگو رو باهاشون داشته باشیم، چرا که دورا جان متولد در حقیقت اسرائیل هستن. 9 سالگی به ایران میرن، چندین سال ایران زندگی کردن و بعد هم به لس آنجلس میان، تحصیلات خودشون رو در دانشگاه UCLA و بعد هم USC به پایان رسوندن و کتاب‌های متعدد رو ارائه دادن و خوشحال هستیم که دعوت برنامه 30 صدا رو به مناسبت روز جهانی زن و لیلیث پذیرفتن و باهاشون گفتگویی رو انجام خواهیم داد. حالا جان اگه موافق باشی we will switch to English.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here with us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and I wanted to thank Holly June for inviting me, and it was a lot of fun to research Lilith and go back to her historical origins. So I'm very pleased to be here.
Well, we're delighted to have you, and congratulations on all these wonderful novels and books that you have published over the years since 2001, I believe.
Yes.
And your latest book,
Scent of Butterflies.
Scent of Butterflies,
yes.
came out in 2000.
Just last year.
Okay, 14.
Yes.
And on that note, she has some beautiful butterflies on her top.
Gifts from my
totally
mom,
gorgeous.
and these are silver Persian artwork.
There we go.
Yes. Actually, when the book came out, Scent of Butterflies, she brought this to me and she said, look what I have.
I see.
So I've been wearing them nonstop since then.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. And on that note, we want to jump into the main focus today, which is Lilith, and see what would you like to talk about to us today.
Each of us has a bit of Lilith in us. A bit of a voice when silence is required of us, a bit of a desire for freedom from the conventional fences other people erect around us, a bit of a need for equality when we have been taught as early as we were children or young girls that we are not quite equal. Yes, we all possess a bit of Lilith's unacceptable rebelliousness in us, which, believe me, requires more than a bit of courage. My Lilith revealed herself when I immigrated to America and decided to go back to school as a married woman and a mother of 2 small kids. When I became a writer and began creating strong-willed female characters with big dreams and the courage to realize these dreams despite the many obstacles they encountered on their way. In order to succeed, each and every one of us must have a bit of Lilith in us. Sometimes a bit, and sometimes more than just a bit. My Lilith reared her head up when I was told I would not survive divorce, and I would be ostracized from my Persian community, that I would lose everything and live in poverty for the rest of my life. A man's betrayal is not a big deal, I was told. A man needs more than one woman. That is his right. A wife needs to keep quiet and count her blessings. Go buy yourself designer clothes, fine jewelry, smile, look pretty by your man's side. What else do you want? Well, what I wanted was entirely different. I not only wanted to survive the divorce, but I wanted to write a novel in which I'd express my rage at the inequalities women suffer. I was hoping that the process would make me whole again. And this is when I began writing my most recent novel, Scent of Butterflies. I created Soraya, a staunch feminist who reflects the strengths and commitments to equality that Lilith represents. Yes, I know you're probably rolling your eyes and saying, Lilith? She was a she-demon, wasn't she? A dark creature of the night She took advantage of men in their sleep. She feasted on the flesh of mothers and strangled their newborns. Why in the world would anyone want to possess part of such a monstrous creature? Wait. Before you go about raising your voices in protest, consider this. Lilith is a mythological figure who has puzzled Talmudic scholars for millenniums. Was she Adam's first wife, or a demonic, long-haired seductress who was in love with herself? One of the ongoing confusions goes back to the two contradictory versions of creation in the Bible, Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. In Genesis 1, it appears that Lilith might be Adam's first wife. She is created at the same time Adam is created. She is equal in stature to Adam, and she is made of the same substance Adam is made of. Everything seems fine and dandy until Adam orders Lilith to lie under him. And she, the stubborn woman she is, has the audacity to say, no, I won't. Here then lay the problem. The increasingly patriarchal society of the time had to grapple with. What was to be done with Lilith, this rebellious woman who had the nerve to forget her proper place as a submissive companion to Adam, and always a step or two below him? The solution came to the wise men after a long night of sipping homemade wine whilst they scratched their heads under their velvet skull caps. There it was, the answer to their dilemma in the second creation, right in front of their eyes in Genesis 2. Here Adam is alone again. And the Lord, God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." Note that from the get-go, Eve is branded as Adam's helper and not his partner. Anyway, the Lord God goes to work and makes Adam fall into deep sleep, and then takes one of the man's ribs and then closes up the place with flesh. Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken out of the man. And the man said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man." And voila, the wise men had Eve, the subservient woman they wanted and they were looking for, the woman who would replace Adam's first wife. And what about Lilith? What were they to do with her? Well, she was conveniently demoted to the level of a she-demon. Mm-hmm. But it is a different day and time now. Why not give Lilith her rightful place in history as the first feminist who claimed herself equal to Adam and refused to become subservient, who saw Adam's relationship with Eve as an unacceptable betrayal? In short, she demanded to lie next to him and not under him. She wanted to be his partner rather than simply his helper. She demanded to be considered a woman in her own right. Wow. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well said. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. It was my pleasure, and thank you again.
Thank you for making it such a nice wrap up in a short time, but you did it really well. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Beautiful story told through a woman who has felt Lilith.
I have.
Yeah.
In many occasions in my life.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your strength. Through you and your stories, we also get courage. And we really do appreciate you. Happy International Women's Day to you.
Thank you. To you
Thank
as
you.
well.
Likewise.
My pleasure.
Thanks for being with us.